Hi guys, today I am going to do a book review of a book that I won in a giveaway quite a while ago. It may have took me a slight while to get to it, but I've got to it finally, and that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, so I won this last year at some point, and you know, these things happen. It takes me a while to get to them. But I always review every book that I win because, you know, it's just fair. I got the book for free. I actually got an ARC of the book, which I was a little bit disappointed on because I thought I was winning a finished copy. So I may have experienced something slightly different to people who've read the finished article. So if you do know any differences, please feel free to tell me about it in the comments. Maybe I write spoiler alert beforehand so other people who haven't read it don't see it. But if there's any differences, I'd love to know, because I'm a bit worried that I don't quite know the same story as a lot of other people who've read it. Anyways, so this book is a fantasy story following two characters. You follow a girl named Leia and you follow a boy named Elias. And they are from very different parts of the world, of course. Leia is a scholar who are like the lowest ranking people. They are like slaves, and their little like villages and towns that they live in are very poor, very desolate, and they are very much in fear of the marshals, which Elias is part of the world of the marshals. He is training to be a mask, which is like a pure weapon of a human being. You know, they go around and they'll just mercilessly kill people, no questions asked, and they just do the work of the Empire. They do their bidding, and of course Elias doesn't want to be a mask, and Leia's world as a scholar is turned upside down, and they end up meeting each other. I don't want to spoil things too much because, you know, I'm trying to tell you to read it. I'm not trying to tell you everything that happened. But basically, my main thoughts were I very much enjoyed the characters. All the characters in this book were very interesting. It was a very character-driven piece for me. I know that with it being like a fantasy and a dystopian of a fantasy, that really it should have been very like world based, but I just completely was sucked into the characters, and I think that Sabaa Tahir writes brilliant characters, and you really do want the protagonist to succeed, and you know you want to know what's going on, you want to see things the way that they do, and so I've got to give her like full points for character writing. I did give this book 4 out of 5 stars, mainly because some of the plot points didn't quite stick with me like originally. I kind of had to like think about what I was doing, and kind of be like, oh yeah, that's this. Yeah, it's nothing. I don't think it was really an issue, and I still enjoyed it. Like, I read it quite quickly, and I'm gonna read the next one. I'm probably gonna buy a finished copy of this first one, so that it matches the sequel when I get that as well. It just wasn't, you know, I wasn't obsessed. It wasn't my favourite thing ever, but it was definitely very enjoyable and a promising start to a series. So I would recommend you go out and buy it and, you know, give it a go if you like your fantasy. If you like, well, if you like dystopian / fantasy, because it was very dystopian as well, in the, you know, with the fact that we had someone at the bottom of the chain trying to like work out what's really going on with the world, and we had someone at the top of the chain who hates being there and wants to know what's going on below in the world, and of course, you know, the two worlds collide, and they collided well. I loved the interactions between our two main characters. Every time we'd read something that happened in the perspective of one of them, I always wanted to know the perspective of the other one, and I just found them really intriguing. And I also like the fact that I assume these characters are not white. Well, there is some characters who I think are white people, but the main characters I don't think either of them are white, and that is nice, you know, a bit of diversity. Because, you know, pretty much every, like, leading lady is a white girl with long brown hair and blue eyes. Whereas, like, I'm not sure entirely. I imagined Elias as a very, like, very dark, like, African kind of look. And I imagined Leia as more of a, like, Indian kind of girl look, you know. There's no exact descriptions here, that's just how I imagined them, and so that was really refreshing as well. Yeah, just give it a go. It's a fun read. Like I said, I got through it really quickly. It wasn't, like, difficult to read at all. And I don't want to spoil things, but if you know any differences between the arc and the actual finished product, please let me know, because I am so paranoid that I am missing vital facts. Oh, another good point about this story, you can tell I've not prepared for this video, can't you? Is that the main, like, villainess of this story, the commandant, she is, like, evil for the sake of being evil, which if you saw my Disney villains video, you know I enjoy that. And she was, like, just a sinister lady, and she had some really crazy motives, and I really enjoyed that about her as well. The augurs, I think they're called, sorry for, you know, pronunciations, they were very intriguing characters, and the stuff that they knew when they were trying to tell, like, Elias what was going to happen, but without actually telling him. It's very interesting. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this book. I was actually saying this when I was driving home yesterday, that I don't know what to say about this without spoiling things, and because I'm just kind of like, I really enjoyed it, but other than the characters, what was it about it that I enjoyed? Strange. Welcome to this channel. I baffle on about rubbish. Anyways, so yeah, that's an Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. Let me know if you've read it and we'll have a little chat. Thank you for watching. Bye.